Alright, this is my second stream of the day. I wanted to kind of test this out. Well, first of all, welcome to my channel. I am Lynn and today we are going to be learning some Norwegian, or at least I'll be trying to learn some Norwegian. Make sure I'm going to pay special attention, make sure the mics are both on, and I have the right scene selected. That's something I'm really struggling with. And now we go to full screen cam. Alright, full screen. I think I said full screen? I don't think there's any screaming going on, but yeah. So, before we begin, I want to have a kind of disclosure. This is something I really want to do. I am planning on one day going to Norway for my master's degree. There's a master's program I really want to sign up for in Norway that has to do with wildlife biology, which is my major. And so, I am considering in the future at least visiting Norway. Maybe living there for a time. We'll see where it goes. But even if I don't, I really like learning languages. I took German for 3 years in high school, and maybe it was more the teacher was really awesome, but I really enjoyed that class. Learning languages is really fun, and we didn't just learn like vocabulary and grammar and all the kind of boring stuff. We learned about culture. I got to go to Germany, which was awesome. So, learning languages can be really great, and it kind of depends on your teacher and your school and your curriculum. That can kind of mess stuff up, but if you do it right, if you know what you're doing, it can be really fun. And so, I want to do a course where hopefully I can inspire people to learn other languages, or at least help them a little bit. I am not a language teacher by any means. I don't think I'm any sort of teacher, really. I don't like people that much. I'm not very patient, and I'm not very helpful. So, this isn't really to help you guys learn Norwegian, because I don't really know what I'm doing. This is all through Duolingo and maybe some other resources. But there are definitely things I don't know, so I can't teach you. So this is gonna be you watching me learn and you watching me struggle and maybe picking up things that I learn and maybe picking up techniques that are really helpful to me that might be helpful to you in your language studying or classroom studying. So yeah, that's my little thing, little intro. Okay, that scared me. So I'm going to get Duolingo up and running here. I think this stream is going to be pretty short, no more than an hour. Okay. Duolingo. It should be up. I had it working earlier. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this will be pretty short. I'm not gonna learn anything new tonight. I'm just going to catch up, refresh, get my points up. I actually don't have a lot to refresh on, just this. This might be shorter than I thought. Yeah, in case anyone didn't know, this is Duolingo. It is a free language course. And, well, it's free with ads and with restrictions, but it works just fine. You don't have to pay for anything. It has a whole bunch of languages on it for you to learn. Swahili, Navajo, Klingon from Star Trekkies. Any Star Trekkies out there? High Valyrian. Never mind, I can't read. I think we've established Hawaiian. I'm taking a few. You might mostly I'm taking German and Norwegian, Bokmål Norwegian. I do have Irish and Spanish on here, but that's something. Those are languages I want to learn, but it's a good idea not to like give yourself too much at once. I kind of learned that the hard way. So if you're gonna learn a language or multiple languages, take them one at a time. Go easy on yourself. There's no rush. You can't really rush learning. So this course is questions in Norwegian. Who, what, where. Hva is the word for what, and Norwegians, in these kind of words, they don't pronounce the H, it's just ye, so hva. We have the list. Hvem, hva, hvor. Who, what, where. So, hva is the word for what, and also happens to be just the right thing to exclaim when you feel like you've been hit in the head with one Norwegian grammar rule to make. At first I thought that sentence was going to go another direction, like someone just randomly comes up and hits you in the head and you're like, "Hva?" And, so they go over the question words. They also go over plural pronouns. So the singular pronouns, jeg, du, han, hun, and det. So I, you, him, her, and it. And plural, it's vi, dere, and de. And one thing, I think this is the same for, is it the same for German? Maybe, it might be the same for German, but in English, we don't really have a plural you if we're addressing like a group. We just say you, unless you're from the South and you might say you all or y'all. I don't know if that's considered formal or not. Like, I'm sure people say it in formal gatherings, but if it's like in the books as formal or not. But in general, we don't really, so when you look at that part of it, we don't really have a plural word for you. But Norwegian, and I think German does. I think it's sie, du, and sie. I don't know. I have to refresh on my German. But, yeah. Norwegian has dere and de. Notice how Norwegians have two different pronunciations for you. I just went over that question words. A few more things. I'm kind of frustrated. They didn't add no to this. N-O with a N-A with a circle over it. I forgot the actual word for the letter. I think it means when. I think it's when. Nor. I think. I forgot the R. Nor means when. Like I say, I could be wrong, but I think. But that's a word I'm struggling to remember when it comes to questions. And now they're going to add a verb, å vite, to know. And that goes to vet. One of the first sentences in Norwegian I learned is jeg vet ikke, which means I don't know. I vet, no, ikke, not. So, jeg vet ikke. So, vet is one of the earliest words I remember. I guess this is the full to know version of it, which I'll have to remember. So I am starting to get into the changing the form of verbs a little bit, but yeah, that's a process. See that vowel change from the infinite to the present? Cheeky? I wouldn't call it cheeky. Yeah, Duolingo can be very weird sometimes. Some examples of that is knowing what or where something is, or knowing something about something or something else. Vet du hvor det er? Vet du hvor det er? Do you know where it is? Vet du hvem hun er? Do you know who she is? Oh, yeah. That didn't register in my brain for a second. Vet du hvem hun er? Yeah. 3 new vowels. Okay, so then they go over pronunciations, kinda. So the AE. And I don't know exactly how to say these vowels. I just say AE, O slash, and I don't really have a word for that. A with a little hat. But they're relatively simple to pronounce. It's when you bring the normal vowels that aren't pronounced the same way as English that you can get a little confused. This is a, or apple. So a. O is kind of like the sound. If you know German, it's kind of like the umlaut over the. It's kind of like an umlaut, I guess. But it's. When I hear it in words, it's actually more pronounced like a. I'm terrible at explaining this. So, there's no real equivalent to it in English, but it kind of sounds like the vowels in bird and earth. So, and okay. Now you get kind of The one good thing in German class, I learned. The one good thing I learned in my German class, my German teacher did, he actually really told us how to pronounce like the umlauts in the and the U, the O and the U. And you have to like round your lips and try to pronounce E. Like I said, I'm terrible at explaining this, but that's the one thing you don't really get with an app like Duolingo. They don't really, and they can't really describe how to pronounce these vowels in text. You just kind of gotta listen as much as you can. And I recommend trying to find podcasts in whatever language you're trying to learn. Even if you're not that fluent yet, you don't know that many words, just hearing the language can help you pick up on patterns, pick up on words, help you memorize which words are cognates. So maybe if you have like a subscription to Audible, you can look for books in other languages and have them read to you. Norwegian's kind of tough to find Norwegian stuff because only one country speaks it. But it's still out there. You just gotta look a little bit. Some vocabulary we have hard is has, vet, sitte. This is a cognate for sits. Vi kind of sounds like we. I don't think it's actually a cognate because vi. I completely forgot how to talk. It's not cognate because it doesn't look exactly like we. It doesn't sound exactly like it, but it's pretty similar. It's similar enough to no, cognates, I think they have to be spelled the exact same and mean the same thing. Da. E is one that kind of trips me up. In English, all of our I's, singular I's, are capitalized. And so, but you don't have to do that in Norwegian, because it's just in, it's not a noun. It just means in, and so I just see a little I in the middle of the sentence. I'm just like, va, for, har, and he, hard, and hair. No, hot. This is hard. This is hard, of softer hard pronunciation. Because the er in Norwegian is ad. Ad. I'm probably butchering this so badly. Had and har. Very similar. One means here, one means has. And that's something I kind of get tripped up on once in a while. Dad, there. So, had and dad, maybe that's one way to memorize it. Norge is the word for Norway. In German, the word for Germany, this is easy to remember because it's kind of a cognate, but in Germany, the word for Germany is Deutschland. And when I was first learning German and I first learned that word, I was like, Deutsch? Like Dutch? So that kind of tripped me up a little bit, but you learn. You get used to it. I think Spanish, Mexico, I think that's pretty much a cognate, so that's easy to remember. And then everyone knows Espanol. Like, I might use, like, other language, examples once in a while, but I don't know that much about other languages, so, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Just do it, like, respectfully. I'm sensitive. I have feelings. I hurt easily. But we're all in this together. We'll struggle through this together. And we'll learn. Learn, gosh darn it. Et is A-N. Et barn. Et eple. Et katt. Et brud. Brud. Barn. So there we go. And I already know most of this, so I should fire through this pretty quick.
Hun har et barn.
Okay. Hun har
Har
et barn.
barn.
She has a child.
Jeg har vann.
Write this. Jeg har vann. I have water. That is a very important thing to have. In fact, check this out. Maybe I should switch to... Okay, there we go. Yeah, fun. Oh, I have chats. Discord, Instagram. I don't have... Unfortunately, I do not have a public Discord and Instagram that is related to my Twitch content. I have a writer's Discord, actually. And I have a private Discord with my friends, but, yeah, my Instagram and my Discord are both for my writing stuff. So there's not much content on it.
Han I Norge?
What was that?
Han I Norge?
Han
han
I Norge.
Norge?
Is he in Norway? Yes. Where are we? That is hvor er vi? It's really cool because, like, none of these words are really cognates, but if you really listen to it, you can hear how similar it is. Hvor er vi? Where are we? That's not that different.
Jeg I Norge.
Jeg I Norge. I am not in Norway. Well, sorry, I should clarify. The sentence is, I am in Norway, and unfortunately, in real life, I'm not in Norway. I'm stuck
Dere har et
in
eple.
America.
Dere har et eple.
Dere har... So this is one of those situations where the context of the sentence really comes. So,
Dere har et eple.
they have an apple. So, har et eple. There you go.
Du har brød.
Du har brød? Brød? Dang it. The one thing that drives me crazy about Duolingo is sometimes the speech stuff doesn't pick up your voice. You think you're saying the word right. You say it over and over again, and it just does not pick up your voice for some reason. And I don't think it's my microphone, because most of the time it works. It's just occasionally on some of those words. Oh. Like,
Brød. Brød.
okay, and that's the O slash, brød. And also, a lot of these words, the and G at the end of the word are either not pronounced at all or very, very soft. So that was one thing that also tripped me up. I can't believe, and now I won't get, I'm trying to get a perfect streak. Like, there's a achievement for getting, I need 10 more, like, perfectly done courses to get the achievement. And, yeah, I don't.
Hvor er Norge?
Hvor
er
Norge?
Norge?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get all over the word bread.
En kvinne har et eple.
Okay, here we go. Another speech thing. Of course I could do this, but I feel like I really want to practice. En kvinne har et eple. Thank you.
Jeg har brød.
Apples are better than bread. I have bread. I do not have bread on me. That is a shame. Hvor er hun? I guess what also helps me when you're doing the speech part in Duo is say the words slowly. I guess I kind of want to try to practice fluidity and getting it out fast, like out of native speakers are going to talk a lot faster than someone who's learning. I kind of want to try it at that speed, but I really got to slow down a little bit when I'm learning.
Hvem har et barn?
Hvem har et barn?
Et barn.
Who has a child? Is that what they're asking? Who has a child? Kind of sounds suspicious, but vann og brød. Water and bread.
Har dere brød?
Har dere brød? Har dere brød? Do you have bread? And because the you in the sentence is dere and not du, we know that you are talking to a group about bread, like pretending you're Jesus and just giving away that bread.
Har du vann?
Do you have water? This is the Germanic languages. This is for German and Norwegian. Their sentence structure can be a little different. Sometimes it's close to English, sometimes it's not, like this. Instead of putting do, a question word, in front of the sentence, they just put the verb first. So you can put any verb at the beginning of a sentence, and the sentence becomes a question. Vi har et eple. Vi har et eple. One cool thing, you don't really have to worry about spelling most of the time, because you can just hover your mouse over a word and it will show you how to spell it.
Hvor er dere?
Hvor er dere? Where are you? Spoken word plural.
Hvor sitter hun?
Hvor sitter hun? Okay, so we have the question word, hvor sitter, the verb, hun, her. And since hvor is in the beginning of a sentence, we know it's the question word where. So where is she sitting? And the isn't really in this sentence either.
Hun.
It's the only verb is sitte. And yeah, that's just one thing you gotta get used to. If this word was if the sentence was different, like sitter hun, the question would become, is she sitting?
Har jeg et barn?
Har jeg et
Et
barn?
barn.
Do I have a child? I feel like that's a question you should know. If you're asking yourself, do you have a child? Something may be very wrong.
Hva har du?
Hva har
Har
du?
du?
What do you have? Apparently, I have a child I don't know about.
Du har brød.
This bread again. Du har brød. Yes! I will not be defeated by bread. Alright. And I've repaired that lesson. I feel like I should have another lesson to repair, but I don't. I'm kind of low on my thing, but it's late at night. Well, I could finish up my adjectives. I don't know. Adjectives in Norwegian, I guess they're not that much harder than English. It's just learning a new thing. But, I just noticed my follower hasn't updated. I have a new follower. And sometimes I don't know, it might be my app that's a little laggy with the updates. I don't know. You know what? Let's go for it. I have 10 minutes until 10 o'clock. Like, I can do it. So, adjectives in Norwegian, the describing words. How am I learning another language when I can barely English? So, Norwegian adjectives change for gender, number, indefinite, and definite forms. And I can talk more about gender pronouns in another stream. German and Norwegian differ from English in that they use gender pronouns for all nouns. When it comes to like a man, a woman, those words, the gender pronoun is obvious. It's a man is masculine, a girl is feminine. But then you have words like table and glass and phone that you have to memorize, whether they are masculine, feminine, or neuter nouns. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. You just have to memorize. I think in German, some nouns with a certain ending, you can like assume or guess their gender pretty accurately, but then there's also irregular words that don't follow the rule, and it's fun. So here we go. The indefinite form en stoel er stor. Stor means big. En stoel er stor. En stoel is a masculine noun, so we use the an form of a. And then book is feminine, so we use the I. Although, honestly, you can use a masculine form for feminine, I've heard. I guess Norwegian grammar isn't too picky about that. It's just you want to make sure that masculine and neuter nouns you differentiate. I book er stor. Neuter nouns et bod are stort. And neuter nouns require you to change the form of the adjective. and plural, you have to change. You have to add an E. Et viktig brev, et norsk hus. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna do well on this. But here we go. So, do you have, there's no do you, it's just har,
Har.
do,
Du.
an entire bottle. Bottle is flask. An,
En.
hel.
Hel. Flaske.
And since this is indefinite, I don't know. I just know that's right. I was gonna try to like explain why it's right, but I
dette vanlig?
honestly don't know. Dette vanlig? Is this common? Dette is this. This and that words I trip up on. I have to remember. This is not a typical day, so dette
Dette er
ikke
ikke
en vanlig
vanlig dag.
dag. Woo!
Broen gjør det mulig.
Broen. So this word is
Broen.
bridge, and when
Bro.
Norwegians add the en to the end of a noun, it becomes the bridge. So it's not like English where it has the as a separate word, and before it's kind of merged into the noun, which can be a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's kind of nice. It kind of makes writing faster. Alright. Broen går det mulig. Woo! The bridge makes it possible. I guess so. I guess I never really appreciated bridges before until now. Is the window open? Er vinduet.
Vinduet.
Et is window, the window. And because window is a neuter noun, the form is ing instead of en. Er vinduet åpent.
Åpent.
And that doesn't look like the word open, but it sounds like the word open. So that's nice.
Det er en flott lekeplass.
Det er en flott lekeplass. Lekeplass is playground. That is a flott.
Flott.
Great. Why did I try to roll my R? That is a great playground. Every playground is great. Oh boy. That's odd and something da for my. So that is a something day for me. I'm not sure what this word means. Could be fantastic, maybe? Or difficult? I forgot. The important part is I have to choose the right form. Either you leave it the same or you add an E. You add an E when you're talking about something plural. I think. So it depends. So that is a something day. So we're describing the word day. Day is, I think it's either a masculine or feminine. But then it's not plural. Oh boy. So if it's not plural, then I choose this one. Because masculine and feminine nouns, you leave the word as it is. You don't add anything to it. Det en forferdelig dag for meg. Woo! That is a terrible day for me. Okay.
Hvordan det mulig?
Hvordan means, hang on, I know it. I don't have to look. Hvordan det mulig? Why is that? Why?
Hvordan?
How? Okay. How is that mulig?
Mulig.
Possible. Okay. Now, I kind of feel like I'm cheating when I keep looking at the words like this, but one thing to remember in language learning, there's no such thing as cheating. You can write yourself all the cheats, all the tricks you need to help you learn. The only case where cheating comes in is when you're at school taking a test and you're looking on your phone or Google Translate or something. That is cheating. But when you're studying on your own, there's no such thing as cheating. You may want to challenge yourself a little bit more, like push your memorization and problem-solving skills, but there's no such thing as cheating when it comes to learning a language. Jeg leser en something book. I read a something book. Flott. I forgot this word too. So, book. Et book. And book. I think book is feminine, so it's not gonna change. Yes! I may actually get a perfect score on this one. How much? Hvordan Maya? That doesn't seem right. Hvor Maya.
Vinduet åpent?
Vinduet åpent? One thing I catch myself doing in German, because I studied German before I started studying Norwegian, all of the W's in German, well, almost all, are pronounced V instead of W. So, you'll have a word like, if you had, I can't think of any German words off the top of my head. If you had a word like window, in German it would be Window, and that's kind of where the German accent comes from, the V in place of the W. But in Norwegian, do they have, they just use a V. They don't use W. And W isn't all that common. Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm trying to think of any examples that have, in Norwegian, that have a W in them, and I can't think of any. Of course, it is late, and I am starting to get tired, so maybe that's part of the reason. Har du en entire bottle? Hell. And I think, har du en, okay, so bottle is, it's not going to tell me if it's masculine or feminine or neuter. Okay. Har du en hel flaske? Is either hell or hella. I don't know. Or helt? I don't think it's helt. Har du en hel flaske? E is for plural, and we're not doing plural. Okay, good.
Flott, tusen takk.
Flott. Tusen takk. tusen takk is how Norwegians say thanks very much. It literally means 1,000 thanks. Great, thank you very much. So it's, yeah. I've been doing it. I've already done this one. I don't know why this is capitalized, but åpent.
Maten er forferdelig.
Maten er for
Maten er forferdelig.
forferdelig. For it's another adjective that I've forgotten. Forferdelig. Ferdelig? Ah! I did not get that right at all. Maten er forferdelig. Ah, terrible. This is what I heard. This is what it actually...
Hva er
Okay.
mulig?
I wasn't really expecting to get 100% on this anyway.
Hva er mulig?
Hva er mulig? What is possible? That's a good question. Anything is possible. Maten er... This is gonna haunt me now. Forferdelig? Okay, I didn't spell that right. They got so mad at me. Oh my god. Forferdelig? So I kind of forgot the middle part of it. Forferdelig?
Hvor mange søstre har du?
Hvor mange søstre har du? I think that's right. Yay!
Har du en hel flaske?
Har du en hel flaske?
Det er ganske vanlig.
Det er ganske vanlig. They are very... no, it's... It can be hard to hear that T at the end, so you gotta really focus on context. That is pretty normal. Det er ganske vanlig.
Maten er forferdelig.
This one again. Maten er forferdelig. Yes. Again, really? Forferdelig. It's with E, not I. Okay.
Det er ganske vanlig.
Det er ganske... that are...
Det er ganske vanlig.
So you really don't hear that T at all. So it's hard to differentiate between that and de, the word for they. Oh no. I think my OBS disconnected for a second. Hopefully we're good. Ganske
Det er ganske vanlig.
vanlig. Woo! And that is it. I've completed level 4 adjectives. Now I have to do level 5. And woo! I've come a long way. Alright. So that was today's Norwegian lesson. I don't know, hopefully it helped or was just entertaining. I don't know. Reconnection successful. Okay. So I think I'll do a longer session tomorrow. And yeah. I'll also show some more of the tools I'm using to learn. I'm not just using Duolingo, I am kind of practicing writing with Google Docs. So yeah, I'll get more into that in the next lesson. So yeah, I'll see you then.